Today we'll be making marble clay dough dishes. You'll need a rolling pin, food coloring, a dish that you want the shape of your dish to be, and clay dough, which recipe I'll link down below. Start by pushing down the center of your dough and then add a few drops of food coloring. Then knead the food coloring and the dough together until you get an even color. Feel free to add more drops of food coloring if you want it to be more pigmented. Keep in mind that when you bake it, it will become less pigmented. I added another drop of food coloring. I am also using purple dough, which I made before. That was just with red and blue food coloring. Once you have all your colors ready to go, flour the surface so that it doesn't stick, and then roll out coils of each of the colors. And then line them up next to each other. Once you have one big coil, start twisting that coil. And then turn that coil into a spiral, and then roll that into one giant ball. But don't knead it too much, or else your colors will turn into one. Next, take the bowl or dish that you want your dish to be in the shape of and then line it with plastic wrap. This step is super important, or else you'll get your clay dough stuck inside the bowl, which happened to me. Try to make it as smooth as possible so that the outside of your bowl is smooth. And then flour your surface again so that it doesn't stick. And then take your rolling pin and your ball of clay dough and roll it out. Once you've reached a thickness that you like, take the bowl that you line with plastic and place it on top. Then take a knife and then trim around the edges of that bowl. Remove the excess clay dough and then take off the bowl and gently and carefully lift that clay dough and drop it inside the bowl. Now you'll want to use your fingers to realign it and press it down to smooth out any wrinkles, and then make the shape of the dish that you want. If there's any areas that are uneven, you can also wet your finger and smooth it down. You can also trim the edges with a knife if you really want to get an even edge. Once you're happy with your bowl, let that dry for 24 hours. The next day, take your bowl and then carefully lift the outside of the plastic wrap. Make sure the inside is dry. And then get the dish you're going to bake it on. I used a pan lined with foil, and then gently lift it out of the bowl. And then peel the plastic off. The places that weren't exposed to the air will still be wet. Now let that dry overnight. Once it's dry, bake it in the oven at 250 degrees for 30 minutes. And that's it. Good luck!